Howdy, 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 Diz Jabbers. Christian's back, and we are on Disney Travel Agent Files numero dos. Number 2. That's right. And today, we have with us Tracy LaGrua from Swan and Sparrow Travel.
Hi, guys.
Yay! So, we are going to jump right into this interview because I know all of you Diz Jabbers out there really want the nitty-gritty. You want to get down and dirty. You want to be in the know, like we all do. So let's start off with Tracy. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your family.
Hi, guys. I'll start with my family first. I have 2 beautiful girls, Emma Ann and Lily Marie. They are named after characters in books. I'm a really big avid reader, and I love Jane Austen. And actually, Lily is from Lily Potter after Harry Potter, because aside from Disney, anything Disney, Harry Potter is my all-time fave.
Now, see, if I had kids to name with book characters, it would be like Hop on Pop. It would be One Fish, Two Fish. So, good thing, good thing. Right?
They are 2 and 4.5, so they're at one of the best ages, I think, and we have a blast together. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I do.
That's like more than a full-time job. But.
Yes, it is. I actually have many hats. So I'm a full-time mommy, but I'm also a full-time travel agent, and I do family and child photography. But that's more of a seasonal thing. So.
What? She's a photographer? Wow, that's fantastic.
But it's more
double dipping.
It is more of a seasonal thing. So because
well,
cold weather, nobody really wants to take pictures outside.
Except snowmen. It's so dumb. Anyway,
it's okay.
We got this whole thing going on here. All right, so let us start with, how long have you been a travel agent?
We didn't talk about my husband.
Let's talk about your husband.
I do have one of those.
Well, we didn't talk about her husband. So, do you want to leave that in there? Like the way we're going? Yeah, because it's funny.
Yeah.
All right, people will laugh at it. So why don't we talk about your husband?
My husband is an actor. And he does voiceovers as well. So that's where my children get all of their crazy faces and their dramatic entrances and exits from.
Wow. An actor.
Yes.
I have no idea what that's like. Okay, so has he been in anything famous, like anything popular or anything?
His biggest role was season 6, Agent Tom's on Homeland.
He was protecting the president. No way! I know that episode.
And if people don't, well,
that's not even an episode. He was in the whole season, guys. I'm kind of playing it down a little. He's awesome.
I don't want to give anything away.
He was in Gotham.
That's the second.
He was in Gotham.
That's actually his favorite role, because he loves anything. He loves getting into the crazy character bits.
Yeah.
So doing the Joker laugh on set was his favorite.
My God,
thing.
Dude, that's like, even Yoda over here is like, All right. Let's get into this. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Why don't you talk a little bit about your actual travel agency that you work with?
Sure. It's called Swan and Sparrow Travel. It's a small...
You're going to find the link, everything in the description.
It's a small, family-oriented travel company.
Awesome.
I love the people I work with. We're really supportive of one another. And it's just, I couldn't ask for anything more than to be surrounded by these people. They're wonderful. If anybody has questions or issues, or we're all there to support, pray, and help one another. So wow. I'm really blessed that I found these people, because they're really awesome. And not everybody can say they love the people that they work with, but I really do.
At all. A lot of people don't like people they work with. Fortunately, she lucked out. So, how long have you been a travel agent with this company?
So with the company, I've been a travel agent for approximately 4 months.
Okay, but have you been a travel agent before that?
So unofficially, I've been I guess you could say I've been a...
How so?
A travel specialist, because we're supposed to be called specialists, not really agents. I can't really say.
I should be wearing a tie then, interviewing her. What is that about?
Travel planner, travel specialist, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, but unofficially, for a little while before, but now you said 4 months with Swan and Sparrow.
4 months with Swan and Sparrow.
How did you find them? How did they find you?
So going back to what we were talking about before, the unofficial part, I started I started really getting involved with Disney. I've been to the Disney parks numerous times throughout my life, but I really started getting more involved, heavily involved, when they switched everything over more to the digital.
Okay.
You know, they got rid of the paper fast passes, and then everything became, you have to, you know, reserve ahead of time, and now it's like planning a wedding. So for my daughter's first birthday, after we went, and I made a ton of mistakes, I learned from those mistakes and then started passing off that information to others in order for my friends and family members to plan their trips. So I guess unofficially, I've been doing it for about 5 years.
Wow. All right. So unofficially 5 years, officially 4 months. Probably getting paid, right?
Yeah.
4 months. So.
Well, my husband finally said that the breaking point was, you know, you can get paid for stuff like this.
Right? Like I have this whole list that it's Mr. J for with all the teacher friends and parents. Mr. J's must-dos, and then at the end is if you don't get to these things, not a big deal, but try to. So
Right.
it's this like 8-page Word document that has food places to eat, go to which parks to go to, at what times, and what to do.
Yep.
So yeah, so unofficial.
That's pretty much what I was doing.
I would be living in hog heaven right now if I had gotten paid for all the advice I had given.
Well, I found that a lot of people, especially people with young children, had anxiety about taking their children to Disney.
I understand.
So it was imperative for me to help them understand that it's totally possible. It's totally possible to have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Disney makes it very easy. You just have to know ahead of time.
Yeah, and that's what she's for. To help you with the ahead of time things.
That's what I like
to make
do.
sure it goes off without a hitch. But let's face it, Diz Jabbers, and all of you other Disney groupies out there, does any vacation really go without a hitch? I mean, it wouldn't be a vacation if there wasn't a hitch. That was just too perfect. All right, now we're going to start hitting her right in the feels with these next questions. What training did you receive?
I had to go through the Disney College of Knowledge.
Did you hear that?
And it was really fun.
It's the College of Knowledge. It
College of
rhymes.
Knowledge.
That, like, I would just go there just to go and say, I went to the College of Knowledge. I would totally do that.
And we have diplomas and everything. It's really fun.
On this diploma, please tell me is there like a picture of Walt, Uncle Walt?
Mouse
on there?
ears.
Mouse ears.
There are
Mouse ears.
Naturally.
Hey,
Mouse
you know what?
ears.
That would be cool if there was a hidden Mickey somewhere on there. That would be really like, up in the corner. So, the training that you received, you went to the College of Knowledge. Is this an actual building that you go into physically?
I wish. That would be so fun. Could you imagine what they would have there? No, it's all online. They want to make it easy for everybody.
Could you like having to do Soarin' right before you learn about like the ride and how to like book a fast pass? That would be fantastic. Oh my gosh. All right. So, it's online?
Everything's online.
Take us through like a course. Like you log on and what's in front of you on this screen?
Educational videos, interviews,
Are they
testimonials.
Are they exciting educational videos?
Yes, it's
are
Disney.
they?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they spice it. It's not
Yeah.
like this one guy Bueller.
No,
not like that.
It's everything you love to look at as a Disney fanatic. It's images of the parks. It's pictures of the food. It's, you know, I found out, I never knew that there was such a thing as Adventures by Disney. And I'm a Disney nutball. And
Right.
I had no idea that you could actually travel the globe with the Walt Disney Travel Company.
So we're gonna take a little we're gonna piggyback onto this. So Adventures by Disney, is that something that is available to anyone?
Yes. Yes. So if you wanted to go to Europe, let's say, my bucket list was always going to Italy. We have family there. I've always wanted to go, but that whole, you know, leaving my bubble anxiety or being places that I...
Or you just go to Italy and Epcot.
Exactly.
Either one.
Or I'm not necessarily comfortable with... Disney will take you there, and it's everything you expect it to be, just amped up the notch.
I assume that there's tour guides, things like that.
They're actually called storytellers because it's a very immersive experience.
Are they dressed like in Disney garb and stuff like that, or like Italian
they're
stuff?
dressed. No, they're dressed comfortably, but
Comfortably.
yeah,
like
dressed
sweatpants and
comfortably,
shorts and sneakers. No,
But
yeah.
it's sweatpants.
I'm kidding.
Polos.
But
But they have cute name tags. They have really cute name tags. You have private VIP access to the Vatican. You go to a villa in Tuscany and you can make pizza with an Italian chef.
I would be flipping out. That would be amazing. Oh my god!
So it's Disney in the sense that it's the same quality and service that you expect from Walt Disney World, that you're used to in the hotels with the cast members. But the magic of it is it's not boring.
Okay.
So there's something for every member of the family to do and to feel like they have got something from the experience.
So it's not your normal, here's the Vatican, let's move on. Here's the Leaning Tower, let's move on. Ooh, the Eiffel Tower. And then it's like, there's like stuff behind it, behind the scenes.
Behind it, yes. That's why they're called storytellers. So it's fully immersive.
They're spinning a yarn for you, Diz Jabbers. All right, so how long did this training take you? Like, to go from point A, where I'm going to be a travel agent for Swan and Sparrow, to here's my College of Knowledge diploma?
Well, if I didn't have my 2 toddlers jumping on me every 5 seconds, because just picture this in your mind. You know, mom at the computer wanting 5 minutes of silence so she could finish, and literally my little girls are just literally climbing all over my head, all over the keyboard. So I had to take lots of breaks. If I did it straight, probably about 3 days.
3 days.
But it took me about...
Wait. Yoda, did you hear that? 3 days. You know what? I have a 4-day weekend. I'm becoming a Disney travel agent.
Good.
Done. So Tracy, please tell us how much, if I wanted to book a vacation with you, how much would it cost me? Like, how about this? I'm going to put it in layman's terms. Do you make any money from the booking of the hotel from the customer? Is there like a service fee?
No. We don't have any service fees.
Any extra hidden charges? That's what they want to know.
No. When I give someone a quote for the hotel, for their tickets, that's what it is. It's what Walt Disney is charging you to go on your vacation. There's no hidden fees or anything like that. Basically, you're getting me for free.
Exactly, right? Oh my gosh. So you are getting her tutelage, her knowledge. You're getting all of that for free.
Yes.
But you have to make a living. So I assume that you make money from Disney. Disney pays the travel company pays you.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. So since we're on the topic of booking a vacation and how much it would cost the customer, what is like the normal process that you have to go through when somebody messages you, texts you, and you're going to see the number and all that, and says, Tracy, I want to use you. These are the dates. What do I do?
So the first step you're going to do is go to swanandsparrowtravel.com and fill out a free quote. It's this
free.
Yes, free. This way, my bosses or the owners of the company, they don't like to be called bosses, the owners of the company know that you want to work with me, and then I have your expectations written down right in front of me. So your budget, how long you were thinking about going, what you want to do. Are you looking for more of a romantic getaway? Is this a big family group vacation that you're getting together with family you haven't seen in forever? Do you want to do a great food tour with Disney? Because all of these things are possible, and I've done them all.
So you're getting, all right, the personal knowledge and experience from Tracy. So for example, if you had to, off the top of your head, how many Disney resorts have you stayed in? How many different?
How many different? This is going back years now.
Just give me a round number.
At least 10.
At least 10. So I guarantee one of those 10 are a possibility for you for your travel and your stay. So,
well, the nice thing is I've stayed in every level of Disney resort too. So I've stayed in a moderate, I've stayed in a value, and I've stayed in the deluxe resort. So I've had all of the experiences.
And we all love the deluxe. We all love the deluxe. So they go on, they go Swan and Sparrow, they fill out this quote.
Yes.
And then
we talk.
And then she gets in touch with you.
Get to know one another, and I start helping you.
But how can they be sure to get you when they go on this website?
Oh, one of the questions is in the field, tell me which agent you'd like to work with, and then you just put my name.
And that's why we're doing this, Diz Jabbers. I'm giving you a library of travel agents to choose from. All right. This one, she's good though. She's good. Look out, everybody else out there. So what made you actually pull the trigger and say, I want to be a travel agent. I want to help you go almost all over the world?
Well, it started with Disney, and then it kind of branched out from there.
Okay, so Disney and other places?
So everything that falls under the umbrella of the Walt Disney Travel Company,
right.
So Disneyland, Disney World, Alani, the Disney Cruise Line, and Adventures by Disney.
And Adventures by Disney, which we've talked about.
Yes, select countries in Europe, Latin America, actually domestically in the United States too. They do like weekend adventures and getaways and things like that. It's really cool.
So is there like a limit of how like long you have to go? Like, do you do one-night stays in places? And
They have.
I know some places have like minimum stays of.
Right, but it operates a lot like a cruise line where they have extended vacations, shorter vacations, and then they have domestically in the United States, they have kind of like almost like weekend getaways, like 3-day tour of Boston.
Oh wow.
Or New York City, like that kind of thing.
Hey, that's good to know. I want to go to Boston, go to Cheers, go to the bar and Cheers. All right. So getting back to my question, because I know that I can go off topic.
That's okay. I do it all the time. I'm Italian.
Hey, paisan, let's do this. All right.
Have an hour-long conversation with somebody in the bathroom. I mean,
I'm not sure if I'm going to edit that out, this Jabbers. I'm not sure. Yoda, what should I do? All right. He's got. Ooh, bathroom. Do I got some? Ooh, okay. All right. So getting back to the question before she had the potty talk going on. Finally, going to get to the question. What made you become a travel agent?
So basically, I've been to Disney numerous times over the years, ever since I was a little kid. I have family that lived down there and became our big meeting place for big family vacations. And now my parents have relocated down there. My brother lives there.
That's awesome.
So I'm getting off topic. See, I'm going on a tangent. Basically, there was a period of about 5 years where we didn't go to Disney.
Okay.
And in that 5 years, so much changed that I went for our daughter's first birthday and I made so many mistakes. Like so many things that I wish I would have known or that I know now.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, why don't I help people avoid those mistakes? Because there are still so many misconceptions about Disney, how far in advance you have to book, and our fast pass is free, and I get all these questions all the time. So it was my mistakes that really became an impetus for me to wanting to help people. And then what actually put me over the edge was when I had my second daughter, and we were planning this huge trip to Disney, and Lily was teething and not sleeping. I thought, and everybody always relied on me for planning and getting up and doing the dining, and I can tell
Mom,
you, like,
you gotta do it.
Dining for 15 people, hours on the phone.
Oh yeah, because you
can't do any of that online.
You can't do that online. Like 10 or more, you gotta call.
Yeah. So I hired a travel agent, and I loved her, and we kind of worked on it together.
Nice.
And it took a lot off my plate because I didn't have to worry about getting up in the morning. I didn't have to worry about if things happened with the app. She would call IT for me and fix it.
All right.
And the kicker was we were in Disney World and all of our Frozen Fast Passes disappeared.
Oh
yes,
boy.
Telling a 3-year-old that she can't ride Frozen was really, I needed about 10 drinks after that experience.
Do you want to build a snowman? You should enter right there. Boom.
So I texted Joan, our travel agent, and she got in touch with Disney IT, and they were able to restore our fast passes. And all I had to do was go to guest services for them to put it up back on my Magic Band, and we were on Frozen.
They can do it. They can do anything there. Like they can make things happen. That's where the magic comes in, because if you have an issue, if something comes up, Disney really tries to like rectify it and make it right for you.
And so do we. Yeah.
And the travel agent, this is going to segue right into my next question here. So if something comes up while someone is on a trip, like what's your availability to them?
I'm very informal, so I always tell people, just because of the nature of, there are certain days when I have my children with me, just give me a text and I will get back to you ASAP.
So you're going to give these people your cell number and you can text her?
Yes, I always have my phone.
Because, I mean, yeah, great, Instagram's nice, and maybe a business phone number that she might have to check and call in to see her messages, but a text message, as we all know with technology, will go right to her cell phone. And you guys, and who doesn't check their phone like every 5 minutes?
I have to. It's ingrained in my brain just because of the children.
Got it.
When they're at daycare at school, I always have to have my phone.
So she's kind of available all the time, but like obviously at like 4 or 5 a.m., unless she knows someone's coming in overseas, she's probably going to be a little, hopped up on coffee.
Well, I'm always anxious the day someone leaves for their trip or is coming home from their trip because I'm really excited to hear about it.
I wonder what happens when like 5 people at the same day are traveling. She's probably like all over the place.
Ding, 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 ding. I usually have a coffee IV that day.
Coffee drip. The real drip right there.
I actually just had someone in Universal Studios experience a lot of, not so much issues, but she had a lot of questions last minute. So, I mean, I'm very informal. Just text me, and I love talking about this stuff and helping people, so that's why I do it. And
this is why you got to choose her, guys. Because you know what? Not only will she book your vacation, you're going to earn a friend.
Oh, yeah, I probably will adopt you. Sorry.
And then you get to meet Jimmy, the husband. All right. So do you provide like tips and planning? So if somebody comes to you and says, how about this? I need fast passes. What's the next step?
So I can't speak for every Disney specialist out there, but yes, I like to do planning from A to Z.
Okay.
So if someone is even unsure of the time of year they want to go, and they're pretty flexible and they're open to different times of year, I have my own recommendations because I've been every season as well. So I've experienced it during August when it's hotter than the surface of the sun, and we actually just went this past January, and it was quite cold and it rained. Talk about having a little hiccup on your Disney vacation. The first day we were there, it was a monsoon. So, but I did get to ride Everest in a monsoon in a poncho,
that's like bucket
so
list.
Fun.
That's bucket list right there.
And my skin was glowing the next day. So.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Let's talk about fast passes. When somebody wants a fast pass, well, let's talk about what a fast pass is. Not everybody out there knows that.
It's free too. So
free.
Unlike Universal Studios, where you actually have to pay extra to have that kind of cut the line experience, that kind of VIP cut the line experience, Disney includes 3 fast passes in your ticket per day that you can book at one time. And these are all free to use. And a lot of people actually don't use them, or they're completely unaware that they can do that. So yes, I will basically walk you through whatever the most popular rides are, and based on your family's needs, because not everybody likes a thrill ride, and your expectations for the trip, I will book those fast passes for you.
All right, so basically in layman's terms, all right, so I want to go to Magic Kingdom on Monday. I'll say, listen, Tracy, I want to go to Magic Kingdom. Here's all the rides I really, really want to do. She will go and look for she will go into her database, right?
I will make my recommendations based on what you want to experience and book those initial 3 fast passes for you.
Now, is it assured that you're going to get Mine Train and Splash Mountain? And because Disney, you guys have to be on that, and that's what she will do. Because what's the
cutoffs?
Yes.
So if you're staying on Disney property, which I always recommend,
but you got to be on that, and she will be on that for you.
It's 60 days in advance. If you're staying off Disney property, it is 30 days in advance. But because of the popularity of certain rides and how popular the Walt Disney World Resort has become, if you're staying off property, it's likely you will not get fast passes for the most popular attractions now.
So, how about dining reservations?
Yes. Those are made.
Whoa, she didn't even let me finish reservations. I was like, how about dining? Yes, I do that.
I'm excited. No, I'm excited. I love talking about this. I love it.
We all do. So a dining reservation I'm pretty sure there's a different amount of days that's cut off.
It's about 6 months in advance. It's 180 days in advance. And if you already have your hotel booked, you can make dining reservations for the whole week, as opposed to day by day.
Oh, so the day I check in, I can make reservations from that day all the way out until the end of my stay.
Yes.
Once my booking window opens.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So some people, if you're local or if you don't have your hotel and you're not sure where you're going to stay and you want to do dining first, you have to do. It's 180 days from the day you're arriving, and then it's one reservation essentially per day.
Okay.
So I always recommend people start communicating with me about 8 months out, if they can, sometimes even further, depending on where you want to stay and the time of year you're looking to go. Sometimes I would even recommend talking to me about a year and a half out even.
This is why you become besties.
Yeah.
Because you guys are in contact like all the time.
Yeah, it just depends on where you want to go, the time of year. Certain times of year are more popular. Certain resorts are more popular.
Yeah, they are.
And they sell out immediately.
What are the advantages to using you as their travel agent rather than going on Disney.com and booking through there?
Well, you're getting personalized service. So for me, when I was pregnant after I had my second child and I was exhausted mentally, I knew it was going to be a lot to plan this trip. And I'm taking on the responsibilities of planning your trip. So you don't have to worry about it. So, and any questions that you have, I'm here to answer them.
Worry free. That should be your middle name.
And you're also benefiting from my mistakes, because I've made many before I became a travel agent over the years. And I've learned what not to do and what to do to, basically ensure that we have the vacation that we need to. So, I mean, I travel with young children, and we have a great time every year. And do my children have tantrums? Sure. But I've actually learned how to, you know, plan our day, so I'm basically taking them out of that situation.
So basically what I'm gathering from this is the attention to detail that is put into this from the travel agent, from Tracy, is top notch, and it's meticulous because she's going to basically do everything for you. And if you go on Disney.com, they're not going to tell you the ins and outs. They're going to ask you where you want to go. They're going to ask you when you want to stay. They're going to tell you how much you have to pay. They're not going to say something like, is this really the right hotel for you? Or maybe you want to try a special getaway at night with your significant other, or your spouse, or your bestie, or your kids. Or
guess what? We have 25% off rooms going on. The benefit of having a travel agent is even if you
Just take our money.
Even if you're already booked, I'm one of the first people to hear about all of the new discounts and deals that are going on.
So I booked, I didn't, but let's say I booked with Disney.com and this deal comes up. 25% off rooms, deluxe resorts, and I'm staying at Grand Floridian. Will that come across your radar and you'll say, oh, yes, Christian.
And I could actually rebook your vacation and save you more money.
That is dope. That's off the hook. That is, I can't, you know what? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's set a vacation.
Let's go.
All right. So now we're going to get into what I think the good stuff is. I'm sure all of you are like, the travel agent stuff's the good stuff. Inquiring minds would like to know when the last time you were in Disney. September. So I'm going to gather from that you've been to Galaxy's Edge.
Yes! I loved it!
Galaxy's Edge. Oh my gosh. As you said, you're a frequent Disney traveler. You just went to Galaxy's Edge. I'm going to have to find out and pick your brain on a few things. Okay?
Please.
Now, I feel like this information is going to help all of you Disjabbers decide whether or not Tracy is going to be a good fit for your travel needs, because we are going to ask her some questions. Now, these questions, I know, they're Disney questions too. You know what? I'm going to go off the script a little bit. We're going to go to each park. So, in Epcot, what is your favorite ride?
Okay, so because it's kind of like an unpopular choice.
It's not like Living with the Land, right?
No, I like Frozen. Well, it's a tie. I like Frozen.
No one says Frozen as their first one. Test Track, Soarin'. Like, who says Frozen? Like, I'm gonna lose sleep if I don't get on Frozen tonight.
Well, my 4-year-old's obsessed with...
Okay, with kids, I get it. All right, but Frozen.
Well,
Disjabbers.
I cried because Emma's reaction was really sweet.
All right, so there's sentimental. There's sentimental
attachment.
Yes. Okay, so I will give you that. I'll give you that. So why don't we move on over to Magic Kingdom favorite ride?
Space Mountain.
Oh, Space Mountain.
I'd ride that thing 20 times in a row if I could, but I can't anymore because, you know, I'm old.
And I'm going to piggyback on that. Every year we say we're going to, and you've seen this in my vlogs, we always say we have to get on Space Mountain. We have to do it. Oh my God, I don't care what happened last year. I don't care that I passed a kidney stone while I was on it. Like, seriously. And then after you go on it, you come off of that thing and you know exactly how old you are and that you should never do that again.
You need a massage. And I can
a massage. You need a new body. A new body. She can book a massage for you.
Well, they have the spas.
There's the spa at Saratoga and also at
Grand Floridian.
Yeah, she's on her game, Disjabbers.
They do the Disney Princess makeovers. I want to get one when we go back in January.
Well, she's already looking like a princess. Look at this. Oh man! All right, so we hit Epcot.
So wait, have you ever ridden Space Mountain for the Halloween overlay?
No.
Because we did that in September and it was awesome. They turn off.
Did they call it anything different? Because I know like there's Jingle Cruise right now. So do they change the name of it all?
No, it was still Space Mountain, but they just turned off all the lights.
Oh wow!
So all right. I mean, I know it's normally dark and low lighting, but this was complete.
Because I know Disneyland turns it into Hyperspace Mountain sometimes, right?
They do a Star Wars overlay.
Yes,
they also have a ghost overlay for Halloween too in Disney.
Man,
they refurbished their Space Mountain, so it's a little bit better in my opinion. But I mean, nothing beats a classic too. So
no,
it's hard to get. You know, I mean, I still like seeing the old mannequins as you're kind of like going up the track. I'm like, hi guys, I've been seeing you for like 30 years now. How are you doing?
Not see you, nostalgia. You're bringing me back. I kind of want to go. All right, so we hit Epcot. We hit Magic Kingdom. I'm kind of scared because she said Frozen. So why don't we move on to Animal Kingdom? Give me your favorite ride. Give me your favorite 2 rides in Animal Kingdom. I'm really curious because Flight of Passage has to be in there.
Yes, it is. I cried on that one too. How can you not cry? They know. Disney's so good. They tap into all your emotions.
She cried about a banshee.
Well, it's beautiful.
Banshee.
It's beautiful though.
It's beautiful when that thing comes out of the water
nature,
and wants to eat you.
No, but the whole emphasis of the movie kind of coincides with the ride, and the feeling's the same, I think.
Yeah, well, the movie's a heck of a lot longer than the ride is. The ride's so short. It should be like 10 minutes if it was. Because
I thought it was a good length, though.
It is, but the new Rise of the Resistance that's opening December 5th.
I think it's around 7 or 8 minutes long. Isn't it? 10 minutes?
No, it's longer. Like, there's 3 parts to the ride.
Oh, I know that.
Each part is like that long.
There's a walkthrough part. Yep. There's a trackless ride part.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
I'm not going to be there at that time on December 5th when it opens, but
I'm going right after. I'll let you know.
I appreciate that. See? Good stuff here. Now we have to move on to, wait, you gave me...
yes, Flight of Passage, Avi.
Flight of Passage, right.
And,
Avi.
Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And, Everest.
It has to be Everest.
And don't tell me, if you know someone that's never been on Everest, don't tell them, don't spoil them. Because my husband never has been on Everest, and I took him, and it was the best reaction of all time.
Because that puppy goes backwards.
Oh, and he screamed like a girl.
Did I just give it away? But the thing is, I'll tell, and anyone who's been on Everest will tell you this.
No, you can give it away here, but I'm sure the people that are watching your vlogs know. But if they know somebody, don't give it away.
Yeah. It feels like you're going upside down when you're going backwards. It goes at such an angle. I swear you're going upside down. I'll stand by that. It's and then there's like some surprises while you're in there, and the drop and the picture, and it's just a fantastic thrill ride. And
that actually might be my favorite roller coaster, actually.
Well, we're going to be hitting Hollywood Studios in a second, so I'm going to have a little maybe argument here because
you like
rock and roller coaster.
It's over too quickly. Before you know what's happened, it's over for me. I love it. I mean, you get the upside down factor, and it goes. The launch is the best part.
3, 2, 1. And then the pictures, and it's
it's a lot of fun. Yes,
it is. It is good.
I mean, it's up there. It's one of my.
And that thing shoots you from like 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds.
The launch is
the
best thing. Speaking of launches, have you heard about the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride that's opening in 2021?
I actually have. I don't know too much about it. All I know is that it's almost like a Primeval Whirl kind of thing, where it's a roller coaster track and the cart spins as you're going.
But it's going to launch you backwards.
Okay, so this thing is going to be like a cart spinning on a track and launch you backwards.
Yes.
And the other part I know is that it tells the whole Guardians of the Galaxy story.
Yes. It's supposed to be more.
I am Groot and all that other stuff going on.
Yeah, I can't wait.
When does that open?
2021, I think. With Tron.
Well, Tron, and Tron's going up so quick.
It is. I think it's going to be done, but because of legalities with, where is it, in Shanghai, the original one? Yeah. I think it's in Shanghai. Yep. Because of legalities with Shanghai, they can't open it until 2021. But it is. It's already. I mean, you could see the track. It's already been.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be in Disney November 13th to the 18th.
I'm so jealous.
So, and here I am. She's like talking. Here she is, right? She's like, "Oh, Frozen." And if you ask me my favorite Magic Kingdom ride, I'm going to throw down and say the People Mover. Because
really, I do like the People Mover.
The People Mover is just so it's nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's just a relaxing ride for like 15 minutes.
And then when you go in that tunnel under Space Mountain, it kind of takes you back when you were a kid and you were completely blown away by that.
Yeah. Especially when the lights are on. Then you're like, holy mother of God, I go through that?
Yes. And then there's a little whiff of air conditioning that you get. So
yep.
It's like,
and Mr. Tom Morrow. And it's such good stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I love it. And then, I mean, I don't know if you'd call Carousel of Progress a ride, but I love that too. I have to go on it every single time. I mean, you're on a thing that turns. I don't know if it's like a ride. We could tell people it's a thrill ride.
It's one of the longest rides.
Right? And don't go on it. It goes so fast around and around, like Mission Space. It's even worse.
We could tell Jimmy that. He's never been on it either.
Oh, he'll be sitting there, right? And that guy's about to talk. Welcome to He's hold on, Jimmy, hold on. Oh man! All right, so now we're gonna hit you with her favorite park. No, you know what? Let's not even do favorite park. Let's rank them. One being the best.
We didn't do Hollywood Studios.
We didn't do Hollywood Studios.
No.
Nice to meet you. I'm Christian. All right. So now we're going to go on to Hollywood Studios, and we're going to get a little bit of insight on Galaxy's Edge. So Favorite ride at Hollywood Studios?
Millennium Falcon. Smuggler's Run.
And that's what I'm getting from anyone I talk to, any vloggers out there. They walk off of Smuggler's Run and there's tears, there's goosebumps. They're like, you have to ride this. If you do nothing else in Hollywood Studios, ride Smuggler's Run.
Well, my husband works hard, and watching him, we went down to celebrate his birthday.
Okay.
It's usually a dual trip, so it's Disney and Hollywood Studios, and Universal Studios, because we love Horror Nights.
All right.
And watching him scream like a giant man-child will be forever seared in my brain as he jumped into Lightspeed. Here's a tip for you. Right pilot is the best.
So you're telling me, so if we're walking into the ride, into the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, oh
right.
my God, I can't believe I'm going to say that.
It's really...
Your side is the better side.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Well,
guys,
that's better side. It's if you get the pilot position, the right pilot, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because it's the one you get to jump into Lightspeed.
You get to put the Millennium Falcon into Lightspeed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would do the Han Solo yeehaw, but my voice is gone, Diz Jabbers. Ah, okay.
I gave that up for my husband, so he owes me big time.
We want to get your insight on how you would rank the parks.
Rank the parks.
Yes, so 1 to 4. 1 being the best, 4 being, you know, 4th place. If I get to it, I get to it. If not, no big deal. But the first 3, I want to hear what your top 3 are.
So let me preface this by saying that it really depends on your family.
Ah.
So for us, I mean, for me personally, Magic Kingdom will always be my favorite.
Yes.
Just because of the sentimental
Done.
factor. And I have young children, so there are more family rides there.
We have to do it twice every time, no matter what.
Yeah, Emma likes to see the princesses, which you can do at Epcot too. It's just everything, it's a little bit less walking. You can kind of do one area at a time and pretty much do everything for the whole family in one area. Magic Kingdom always has my heart, just quite simply for the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
The second I hit Main Street, I just want to see the castle.
And then there's the smell of popcorn to the left, and confectionery, and then the castle, and there's the hub, and sometimes the trolley is going, and there are horses pulling. Oh my God.
It's really beautiful. So if you were on a short trip, I would recommend doing that park. That's
so Magic Kingdom's number 1.
pretty much an essential Disney thing.
What's number 2?
Oh boy, this is tough now. This is really tough because I'm such a Star Wars nerd. So
the whole geeking out on Star Wars is kind of like making her want to say Hollywood Studios.
I mean,
but
Toy Story Land is awesome too. I mean,
you know what? Now with Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land,
and then they have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that's opening, I think, in February of this year. Next year rather.
Yep.
So they're trying to make the park a little bit more ride, less show.
Like 2 years ago,
yes,
without Toy Story Land and without Galaxy's Edge,
it was all shows.
If you were just like you walk in,
we had 4 rides.
Great movie, and Great Movie Ride's gone, which was one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, so now what's your second choice? You didn't give it to us yet. She's trying to get out of it.
I know.
She's trying to get out of it.
Yeah, it has to be. If you love Star Wars and you have a kid that loves toys,
bring it home.
Slinky, yeah, it's got to be Hollywood Studios.
All right, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios. Now 3 is going to be tough because how do you choose? Do you choose Animal Kingdom with Flight of Passage, or you choose Epcot with Frozen? So which one do you choose?
Man, probably Epcot.
I would have to say the same thing.
Yes. I love the countries.
Because the World Showcase, if the World Showcase wasn't there, it wouldn't be that great.
Well, now with the Guardians of the Galaxy coaster coming in 2021, the Mission Space restaurant is supposed to be amazing. You can have a meal in S'mores.
And that's all really the renovations.
The renovations are going.
The Moana water experience that they're going to have. Oh my God! Disney is really not that they're starting to come into their own. They've already been in their own.
Right.
But the thing is, Disney World is finally doing stuff that we've always prayed for. I always hear Disney Land in Paris, and they're expanding. They're adding.
Right.
They're adding Rapunzel's tower and all this other stuff. And we're sitting here waiting. We got new Fantasyland. Great.
Right.
And then we got nothing for years.
Right.
And now all of a sudden,
I said the same thing because I watched vlogs from Disneyland Paris, and now it's on my bucket list. And Shanghai, but I don't think my husband could never get me on a plane that long. You'd have to heavily sedate me.
Heavily sedated. That's how we do it here at Diz Jabbers at Swan and Sparrow Travel. Oh my gosh. All right, so her list: Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, and then Animal Kingdom. But Animal Kingdom, we're still going to show you some love. We love Flight of Passage. Awesome. We love Kilimanjaro Safaris, Yak and Yeti restaurant, my favorite restaurant.
So good.
I kind of want to pick your brain real quick about the first time, because I know you're a Star Wars nerd like I am.
Yeah. So anything's
Well,
I love sci-fi, but yeah.
When you
Star
turned
Wars.
the corner and you saw the life-size Millennium Falcon, like that feeling for me, I want to have, when I'm vlogging it, I'm going to have my own phone and people vlogging from behind because I want every shot of my expressions. And
oh, I can't wait to see it.
I can't even...
I can't wait to see that.
In my head, my knees are already buckling.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to look up at it and just be like, from 1977 Star Wars came out?
Yes, I believe so.
And since then, it has been like...
Well, you know, this is the first full-size Millennium Falcon they've ever built.
Well, aside from Disneyland, right?
Well, right, yes, but the Millennium Falcon in Disney World and Disneyland are the first life-size versions of
life-size. Not even like, you know what, a fourth miniature scale.
Yeah.
Like, no, life-size. Like, if you were gonna be on the Millennium Falcon with Chewie, that's what it would be. It would be this is.
So
okay,
you want to know?
Goosebumps.
You want to know what I?
Go ahead. So tell us a little bit about your walkthrough Batu.
So when you first walk in, I kind of almost wished you would see the Millennium Falcon right away.
Yeah, I heard you got
kind of a little bit of a walk.
Yeah.
When you first walk in, you go from the transition from the tunnel to kind of like an old Hollywood era-esque to, you know, the remote planet kind of feel. Then you walk in and you start seeing some cool things. I don't want to give too much away.
No, don't do that.
And you walk a little bit and you turn the corner, and unfortunately we had a stroller, so we went the wrong way. We couldn't go up the steps. So I kind of saw it halfway. But then I went around with the stroller, and then we came down.
Oh, that's like spoiler alert.
I know.
Like, there it is.
Yeah,
oh, but
I can't
go
really
this way.
see it.
So it's like you're reaching the golden ring and you can't get it. Oh, man.
So then we both saw it, and it kind of felt like somebody took all the air out of my lungs. Because it was really, really breathtakingly well done.
And
then to hear your 4-year-old say, "Oh, Mommy, this is the best day ever."
Oh.
Totally made it worth it. She was dressed up as Princess Leia.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh, it was so freaking cute.
Are there characters walking around?
Yes. So, I mean, the day we
But not signing anything or taking pictures, right? Or
no,
are
we took pictures, yes. We didn't ask for autographs, though.
Okay.
No, we were too busy having fun with them.
I guess you need to go to Star Wars launch bay for things like that.
Well, Chewie was busy popping bubbles with my daughter's bubble wand.
Where are you going to find that, Diz Jabbers?
And
Chewie popping bubbles.
Ray took Emma Ann away for a little private 101 to teach her the ways of the Force, which I was sobbing.
Ways of the Force.
It was really sweet. And
the ways of the Force.
Intimate moment between the two of them. It was so nice. And then Emma decided to take out her lightsaber and fight a miniature version of Darth Vader.
That's amazing. So
this boy probably was around her same age, and she was dressed up as Princess Leia, and he was dressed up as Darth Vader.
Okay.
And she was sitting in her stroller, and Chewbacca and Rey came over to say hi to her. So she gets out of the stroller, she's playing with Chewie, he's playing with Bubbles. Then in the corner of her eye, she sees this little kid fighting his dad and using the Force push, with his dad, and the dad's into it. He's falling
Okay,
around,
I see where this is going.
and everybody's like laughing and thinking it's so cute. And then Emma goes, "Oh, I have to go save that man," and grabs her lightsaber and just runs into battle. And these two are just force pushing each other. And I mean, it was the cutest thing. I have to get you the footage because it was the cutest thing.
That.
It was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That sounds so like heartfelt, you know what I mean? Like it hits
so
you
awesome.
here.
You know, it's just so awesome.
And those are the kinds of things you're gonna get from Tracy LaGrua.
It was magical. That's what I mean. It was.
Disney
that's why I always tell people I get sappy about Disney.
The reason why people
really
will get this magic is because you will book their vacations.
Yes.
And she's going to go above and beyond for you. I promise.
I will.
So we have a few more questions before we let Tracy LaGrua go book some vacations for you, Diz Jabbers. What is the hardest part about your job?
Oh, that's easy.
Easy. It's easy to say the hardest part.
Yes, because there still are a lot of misconceptions about Disney out there, and particularly if you don't follow Disney, and it's not something that you necessarily wanted to anymore, or your kids have all of a sudden now asked to be at Disney, and you haven't been since you were a kid.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest misconceptions is this need to book early and to plan early.
Okay.
And when people find out that I can't get them the hotel of their dreams at 4 months out, or I can't get them fast passes, they want to go in 4 months or 3 months, and it's hard to get those Slinky Dog and Flight of Passage and the Mine Train.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get those
3
unless you're going during a slow time of year, but now Disney has pretty much eliminated the slow times.
Yeah, there's no slow time anymore.
So there's lower crowd weeks, but there's no real. We went in January and I was actually really surprised at the crowd level. It was moderately packed.
I believe it.
So that's the hardest part of my job, is kind of bumming people out that way. I absolutely do my best, and I've been to Disney last minute, but I've adjusted my expectations to know that I'm probably going to have to wait for
especially
those.
with a family.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a bummer.
All right. So I totally understand. We try and make our reservations as far in advance as possible, but sometimes those impromptu, like you're watching something and you're like, we're going. And you just jump on that.
And honestly, you could have a great time. You just have to adjust your expectations for the trip.
And she might not be able to get you that deluxe resort you want, but
I'll get you a great hotel. And it may just be, if you go last minute, it may be that you just have to wait 40 minutes for Slinky Dog instead of getting a fast pass for it. Or you go towards the end of the night. Go towards the end of the night. And often those wait times are exaggerated towards the end of the night. And as long as you're on before park closing, they have to let you ride it.
Yep. And I feel like lots of people feel that, the hotel room always has to be like the biggest and we have to have lots of room. But the thing is, you have to think about how much time you're going to spend in that room.
Well,
so some people, I feel like some families are like, all go. They wake up, they're in Disney, they don't come back to the room till night, go to sleep, wake up. But then some families are the ones they get up early. My family likes to do this. Then they go to the parks for a while, they come back to the room and relax, and they go back out again at night.
Right.
So I feel like that's something you would be able to help with.
Right.
Because you would ask them what kind of vacation they have in mind.
Right.
Like, what do you guys like? Because she's going to ask you all these questions that you're just going to tell her like your life story. And then she's going to be able to make like an image of what your perfect vacation could be like.
Well, I'll tell you, we stayed at the Polynesian, and it was the most money I've ever spent on a hotel room.
Probably like ever.
Yeah, pretty much. But we have absolutely zero regrets with staying there. My girls we were able to be in the park in 25 minutes. They have their own dedicated security line, and for a family.
They're on the monorail loop. That's like why Bay Lake is my favorite, because it's on that.
Well, you can walk to the Magic Kingdom too.
You can too.
It's great.
Yeah.
So it had the pool of Emma Ann's dreams. So and the accommodations were beautiful. We stayed in a DVC room, and the bed was very comfortable. The room was like a cave. So we walked in, we were instantly relaxed, and after walking 12 miles a day, it was perfect for us. We passed out, woke up refreshed, gave the girls breakfast, and we were able to actually go back and forth for nap times and such.
Sweet.
So while we paid more, the convenience of being there and just the fact that we were able to enjoy, sleeping and being in the room, it was worth it. And it's a deluxe hotel, so you're getting 5-star service and quality too.
So more or less, the hardest part is not being able to give you guys a vacation of your dreams, but she could if you give her enough time to work with. Right?
Yes.
Right? So you guys get in touch with her now and say you're going in a year and a half, 2 years. She's going to set you up like you've never seen before. But if you call her tomorrow and say you want to leave next week, it's going to be slim pickings, but I'll put money on it that she will work her tail off to get you in a Disney resort, even if it's an all-star resort. But
they just they refurbished Pop Century. And I think
amazing.
They're on, and they're really nice. It's all wood. It's got the pull-out Murphy beds. It's really, really nice. I stayed in Pop Century before it was refurbished, and we really liked it.
Yeah. And now that it's refurbished, it's got the hardwood, laminate floors, and it's just...
Oh, right. It looks like hardwood,
but it's 2 queen beds, too. That's like crazy. Yeah. And
no
other value resort has that. Well, I think they're all starting to upgrade now.
All of the other value resorts are getting refurbished.
Yeah.
I think they're on Music right now.
I can't
And in the process of
Music is the longest walk. We were walking from the lobby to that, I think Jamaican or the Bob Marley section or whatever.
I've never stayed there.
Well, guess what?
Yeah,
it's like a mile and a half.
I stayed at where we stayed. We stayed at All Star Sports and we stayed at Pop Century. Those are the two.
Wow. That's and
Art of Animation. Yeah, that one too.
But that's not like value.
No, it's funny that they call it. They have their own dedicated bus line too.
Yeah.
So
and they have family suites.
So the
money goes up a little bit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you could fit more people in there. So it's good value for the amount of people.
Particularly I always recommend that to people who want a little bit more room to spread out, and people who are traveling with the grandparents. Because you can all be together under one roof, and then you can kind of split the cost too.
Awesome. So, what's your favorite thing about what you do?
my favorite thing is, hands down, is just really sending people away to have a good time and make memories with their families. Taking my kids to Disney, really, I mean, I know this sounds really cheesy and sappy, but it really is a dream come true. And just being able to make these memories with them, and it's something they really enjoy and love, and to give that experience to them is great. But then also, it's also for you, because you're experiencing childhood again.
Swan and Sparrow Travel. Put her as the main person on all of your paperwork and all of your commercials and business cards. It needs to be Tracy LaGrua's face.
Oh,
just like,
well, maybe not my face.
I'll make
your
dreams come true.
My kids' faces on them. They're cuter.
All right, 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna have to cut you loose on this. So, what sets you apart from other Disney travel agents? Now, this is where men from the boys.
Well, I don't know I can't speak for every travel agent, but I've known people who've booked with other travel agencies, because when I was shopping around for my travel agent, I asked a lot of questions.
Okay.
And some of them charged service fees, and others didn't do fast passes and dining.
Uh-oh.
And that's really
we got 2 X's already up on the board.
That's really what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Is someone to help me with that, because I knew I didn't want to get up at 6 a.m. to do that after not sleeping all night. So when I found Joan, I was completely over the moon, and she was so personable and lovely, and really was there for me to answer any questions. It didn't really feel like a sales pitch, and that's what I kind of molded myself after, and that's how I am generally. I'm very honest. I want to give people the vacation of their dreams, and whether that dream is, hey, you don't want to spend a lot of money in a hotel room, that's the way it is. I mean, I want to give you exactly what you want.
And she's not going to push you to be like, hey, you know what, why don't you spend a little bit more? Why don't you try this? She's going to give you what you want. And she's going to try her hardest to give you the vacation, as she said, of your dreams.
So it just feels like in today's day and age, everybody's trying to sell you something.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm really not...
Going to Macy's, the cologne counter.
And oh my gosh, that is so true.
Right? You walk past them and they're here, take this, take this. Yes.
My philosophy with travel has always been, and I take this with our own family, and that's another reason why we decided to stay at the Polynesian and just spend the money. Because it's 1 week out of your lives. Everybody works so hard and everybody's so busy that you really need time to connect as a family. And,
True.
And time to connect with yourself and your friends. And so I don't want to sell you something. I want to give you something. I want to give you memories. I want to give you my expertise. I want to give you my mistakes and tell you what not to do so you can avoid
I'm in awe right now.
Overspending or things like that. So that's what I want to give you something. I don't want to sell you something. So that's me.
Wow. That's like mic drop. That's like Yoda drop. I'm about to pick him up and drop him to the ground. So I guess all that's left is to find out how we can get in touch with Tracy LaGrua. Basically, we're going to post everything in the description, and I would just like her to tell you all of her social media, possibly, and I'm also going to post it as she's saying it right now.
Sure. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and Christian will post those for you. And then, once you guys reach out and you become a client, you'll get my cell phone number, and you can text me with any questions or call me, and we'll set up a time to talk.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This has been an amazing, amazing Disney travel agent file. I am in awe of all that I've learned just from the second interview. This thing I feel like is going to take off.
I could probably go on for an hour.
She can go on for an hour. With that, Tracy LaGrua, it has been an honor to interview you. It has been.
So sweet.
All these Diz jabbers out there, I can tell there's buzz right now. This might even go viral. You never know. Her and her little talk about.
Oh no.
Her and her little, Galaxy's Edge spiel here might go viral and then forget it. Then
Galaxy's Edge, I'd live there. That and Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, I'd pretty much live there.
See, I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I like Harry Potter. I read all the books.
You read all the books and you're still not a Harry Potter guy?
I haven't seen all the movies.
Okay, well, the books are freaking epic.
No, they are.
I mean, the movies were good. The movies were, I love Daniel Radcliffe. I think they did a great job. I do love the movies, but the thing is, I don't know, I feel like Star Wars for me is what Harry Potter is for everyone now. Right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's just, Tracy, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, guys, all the information's coming right now. Please check her out. Tracy LaGrua, Swan and Sparrow Travel. Thank you again for being with us.
Of course. Thank you.
So Diz Jabbers, it has been an honor. It has been a pleasure. It has been
being too nice.
Oh, come on. It's been fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
You came here and you spent some time with us.
Of course.
We got to know you. We got to love you. And I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to get some. Well, it's not going to happen tonight because I got to edit this and do all some cool magic with it. Want to help me out with this outro?
Yeah.
All right. So after a successful Disney travel agent file number 2, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Diz Jabbers 71 out. Hey Diz Jabbers, it's Tracy LaGrua from Swan and Sparrow Travel. Always remember, reach for the sky.